person that we all love.
I'm trying to find him, I swear, guys.
All right, check under your bed and possibly under your sheets.
Gotcha.
You might
That's a
find
great
him under
intro.
there. You think so?
Yeah.
You think we could do any better, or you think that's it?
I mean,
Not that we ever restart or recast.
yeah, no, it's all kind of just raw. You want to throw the sponsor in the beginning instead of the end?
Absolutely not.
Honestly, let's do it.
Ugh.
Come
Wait.
on, let's switch things up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, live a
What?
little.
It takes you an hour to think of the sponsor?
I mean, it takes.
He doesn't
me-
think of the sponsor. It's
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, no, I just kind of sit around. All right, boys, take it away. Yeah.
I mean, I have a sponsor we could plug.
All right, I'll let
plug
you.
it.
I'll let you plug it.
Oh, yeah,
You want to do our little intro first? You want to?
No. This will be the beginning, and we can just go from there.
Oh, yeah.
I think this week's podcast is brought to you by Preparation H. It feels good on the whole.
Jesus. Is that
Yeah,
it?
you know what?
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted?
I
Is this what
yeah,
you wanted?
that's what I wanted. I wanted to try to get them to sponsor us.
Yeah.
We'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, I get. Whoa! Wait a minute. Smoking Jay Cutler, you moved away from me on the table.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's crazy. Now you're all the way over. You're so far away, my smoking brother.
Well, shouldn't you kind of be on the ends?
I was gonna say we'd
No.
have to edit the overlay picture, but even that wasn't already.
No.
Actually, that's even more accurate now. If you just flip it,
Yeah, flip it around.
at least Smalls and I, or at least Cutler and I are on the fucking same end of the table now.
That's fair. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Fourth Line Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Wad, joined always by the lovely Greg Evil, the now smoking Jay Cutler, and Silver Tarandis.
Away.
Hello.
All right. So we've got a couple of things to talk about in this episode. We've got the WJC results. We've got the whole draft class of 84. They're just now coming into the league. Just shut up. At least let me finish this. And you can go back to that.
You said whole. Sorry.
Yeah, this guy's thinking about holes and this guy. But yeah, we have
Stuff.
the entirety of the season 84 draft coming on in. We'll talk about that a little bit today. And then
Yo, we invited all of them to this server? No way.
yes, we did. The entire class is coming on in. We've got some individual stuff to talk about, preparing for this upcoming season. And then the first of any of us on the Fourth Line Podcast has been traded away. And we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yep.
I know.
Shocking news.
Thanks for reminding me. Got to make sure that color has been updated.
Yeah.
Okay. I did
So
something right.
let's go ahead and let's start with the postseason tournament just happened. The WJC tournament just happened, which we actually played in the Bronze Cup or the Bronze medal match for. So let's talk about that a little bit. How do you think we all did?
I feel like we
All
could
I
have done a
gotta
little bit
say-
better.
All I gotta say is blame your GM.
Oh, I mean, I
Alright.
agree. I agree. Blame hot dog lunch.
Whoa.
Second controversial statement of the segment. I hate best of one formats. I think they are awful and disgusting.
I 100% agree because
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
it does with the way that especially with FHM 10 I've noticed. I think the whole getting FHM'd happens a lot more often, and you're just SOL. And I do think that is what happened to us, because not looking at this game,
Just in general.
going back to the semifinals game against Czechia, we got utterly smoked.
Mhm.
I mean, there's not even enough smoke. Like, the amount of smoking in this podcast is nothing compared to the amount of smoke.
It's more smoke than even smoking Jay Cutler can produce. And he
Yeah,
already
it-
produces a ton of
crazy.
smoke.
Like, we outshot them in the first period. I believe it was 30 shot attempts. I'm gonna say that specifically. 33-18, I believe, in the first period.
It was
alone.
something ridiculous.
And we didn't get a goal. We literally went scoreless.
Hey, I mean
however,
that
did score.
happens.
They, however, did score, and it was 1-0 after the first. and then the floodgates just opened up.
Mhm.
They scored 6 in the second period. Bodega got pulled after I think 5 or 6. I don't remember because I kind of just stopped staring because it was just like, what do
Yeah,
besides
it got
cry?
a little ridiculous.
I'm trying to find exactly because I did try to work out what happened,
And
and uh,
while you do talk about that,
yeah,
because we're going to talk a lot about the bronze match. I just want to touch on the gold and silver match. It was final between Czechia and the British Isles, which Czechia saw out in a 3-2 overtime victory. So congratulations to everyone representing Czechia. British Isles, you guys did fantastic. Way to bring home some silverware. And Canada Red, I'm a little salty about our loss, but congratulations on the 5-1 win there.
yeah. I mean, we'll get into that game, but with the semifinal game, real quick, I'm actually loading up FHM because
Yeah, I just saw you pop that
um,
open.
yeah, it just has a lot more information than the index page does.
Mhm.
But like we did get out tactic,
I know we
whatever.
talked about the tactics a little bit in a
We got
way that,
outplanned.
We got
yeah.
horribly outplayed. But the
So
best part was what I picked was blind. Like it wasn't anything we ran at any other game in the round robin or the previous round.
and we just happened to
So
be completely
and
countered at
they
every
countered
every
it
way.
100%. I mean, I changed the tactics a little bit. I changed our lines. I changed
How secure is your GM chat there, huh?
uh
Is there a mole?
hot, hot dog lunch, maybe.
Lunch, did you perhaps accidentally crack the window and someone from Team Czechia just happened to overhear?
Mm.
Yeah, it was
Nah, I mean
ridiculous.
we legitimately just got outplayed. Like,
Yeah,
that just
so
happens.
now that I got the actual game up. So first period, we outshot attempted them 33-15. So over 2-1
Mhm.
with 3 of them being shot quality 4, which are like your best shot chances of scoring. Shot quality 3s were 5 and shot quality 2s were 12. So 20 of our shots were this type of shots you'd expect to score on. They however had 8 total of those. By the end of the game, we had 68 shot attempts. 42 of them were high quality, and 22 of them were very high quality compared to Chachia's 12.
Mhm.
So yes, we got out tactics or tactic played. We got outplayed.
Outplanned.
Yep.
We got out GM'd.
Outplayed.
I think that's probably the better way to use it. But like on paper, if you ignored that, like if you ignored the tactics part of it, on paper we should have dominated. And I even looked in, and I don't know if I share my screen, can you view it,
Is
Wad?
is this our
Um,
10,000 simulations moment like the Pittsburgh Pirates had?
No, no, no. I'm not going that deep. But
Hold on, let me see if I could pull this up real quick.
it's our shot. It's the shot chart or the shot graph, shot map. That's what it's called. It's called a map.
Mhm.
And
Hold on, I gotta fix the projector. Projector got stuck.
ah shit,
Oh, God dang
gotta
it.
wiggle that. Gotta like pull on it gently and like let it go back up and then come back down.
There we go.
I
There we
see.
go.
I see you tugging on it,
there
and
we
it looks
go.
hilarious, actually.
I think I've almost
Um,
got it. It could
uh,
be there.
uh,
Oh, there we go. All right.
There we go.
Let me just make sure
Hey,
it
all
comes
right.
up and down. Perfect. All right.
Hey, we
Hey.
got a projector again. So anyway, this is the shot. Like I obviously you could tell that we're funneling, except for this one shot over here that J Dub shot.
Mhm.
But like, if I take out, let me get rid of the saves. This is the first period. Wait, I do need saves. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say if you take out saves, we have nothing.
if I take out saves and shots blocked, we have nothing. So these are the shots that weren't blocked. They had this ridiculously nice line. Look at how many we had right in front of their net. Like a 2, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3, a 4, a 4, a 3, a 3, and a 4. All of these, I wish I could like highlight this, but like all of these shots right here,
So
every
what
single
I'm
one was saved.
hearing is that the Czechia goalies were just gods,
Sure.
blocking all those shots.
They were,
That-
it was
that's
ridiculous. Like
that's
their goal was
clearly the only explanation.
their goal was on a 3 from in the crease, and then Bodega did make a stop on a 4 and a 2. Like he was playing great. These are all 2s and 3s, and then you get further out there 1s. And then the second period. Here's where all their goals were:
Yeah, it's just right in front.
a 3, a 3, a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2.
Ugh.
And then if I go back over to here, they had 5. They had five threes. They scored on 3 of them. We had 5 threes. We scored on 0 of them in the first period. So like, I think this is a bit of just we got FHM'd. Because I mean, he again saved a 4 right here. He saved a couple 2s, and then we're once again 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, and I guess we had our 2 goals were a 2 and a 3. Both one by Bam, one by Severin. Like, what do you do? Like at that point, honestly, what do you do? Like you could do everything you can in your power, and your team is playing what you would think is really well,
Mhm.
and then you got like stuff like these defensive numbers, but that's because we also allowed 7 goals.
Yeah.
But like Bam was on fire.
Does it not help?
Yeah, Bam had 11 saves or 11 hits. I had 5.
Mhm.
Our defenders were playing well. Coleslaw even had a good game with an 85. Melon Lord stepped up, but like Gappy, a certain Jay Cutler,
Sure.
they just got smoked, pun intended.
I blame my GM.
No, so what happened? And
True.
I did look
As you
into
should.
this. They tactics we got out GM'd on. The one thing that they could not have predicted, no matter how hard you tried, it was the lines. I swapped our lines around where our number 1 line, which was me, Bam, and Severin, were our 3rd line, and the line with Tyrannus on it, which was normally our 3rd line, was our 1st line. Wads, which was our 2nd best line, your line was actually our number 4. They countered all that.
Mhm.
They literally matched our worst line, which was now our number 2 line. They always had their best line out against us, which is why they were -3, -3, and -3. So, I mean, yeah, it was just great. It was great play by them. They took a shot, and there was a softball pitch that went out the park.
Yeah, and
You
I
threw
mean,
a changeup and they fucking smoked it.
Oh,
I
Like,
big
mean,
time, yeah.
overall,
Also this. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Right here. Didn't stay in his assigned role. Me and Tarandis both said fuck the GM, who happens to also be me, and played out of role, which may have worked, may not have worked. I don't know.
Okay, me playing out of position is like understandable. You not playing in the position you set for yourself is just hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's like the guy on my
That's just
shoulders.
funny.
The guy on my shoulder is actually myself.
Hmm.
Also, this shattered confidence made me so sad. I was like 35
Yeah.
goals, just
Yeah,
shattered.
it's brutal. That's unlucky.
But yeah, I mean, this was the first time I got to use FHM 10,
Mhm.
so it's definitely a learning experience. Next season, if we do happen to all play together again, I'd be very shocked, honestly, if White doesn't pick one of us up.
Player
Sorry, just
delivered multiple heavy hits on our opponents.
I was like, what the hell is that up there? But yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see it next season with all of us at 425 and me with now 2 seasons of
Yeah. So were we
Experience.
playing
Next season should be really
for
interesting.
for the tournament? Were we playing as if we were still 350, or did we
Yep.
were we able to be for? Oh, okay, so we weren't at our max TP.
Yeah, so this
Gotcha.
wasn't any changes after the end of the regular or end of the postseason.
Oh man, so
we were
next
all
season,
still 350s.
and we were relying a lot on us as as lineups for the
Well,
blue. We had a couple of max
our-
TPs.
we had 2.
Yeah, I said
And
a couple,
I-
two.
Yeah. And I do think that
Close
is the other
enough.
thing that kind of screwed me over was, I was going to try to get Ref and Tyler Bodega as our goalies.
Yep.
The other GM picked Raf like round 5.
Yeah,
And I
love
was like,
Raft.
Ooh.
well, shit.
Raf is good people. I would have loved
I'm going
to have
to
played with them.
miss seeing them on the roster selection tool because this was their last season.
And I'm
But,
going to miss them in the Vancouver server. Do you guys want to know
that's
why?
true.
Why are you gonna miss them in the Vancouver server?
The first person on the Fourth Line podcast to be traded away to another team is me. I've been traded.
I need some insider information on this.
Yeah.
So
What was the trade?
So the trade was.
Like, I'm sure it's been posted. But
Yeah, the trade has
still.
been posted, but for those who haven't seen the posts yet, Dr. Watt has been traded to ANC for a first round pick in the draft. So, I mean, for me who came in not through the draft, but as a free agency pickup, to be traded away for a first round pick is huge for Vancouver. And I was talking with Shawnee a little bit about this. We took a
Fire
couple
Shawnee.
days to. No, you know what? Yeah. Let's fire Shawnee now. I'm sick and tired of him. Now I could speak my mind freely, but no. So we were talking with Shawnee a little bit, and he approached me. He says, "Watt, I come with good news and bad news." And I go, "Okay, let's start with the bad news." And he goes, I've been approached by 3 teams because they want to pick you up. And I'm like, okay. And the good news? And he goes, I haven't finished. And I was like, oh, great. That's wonderful. But he went on to tell me that the 3 teams that are looking to pick me up, it was NBB, QCC, and ANC were the 3 squads that wanted to pick me up. And he was like, the good news is I'm going to let you choose where you want to go.
Whoa, full stop. You could have come to QCC.
Collusion.
Now, no. Every player, apparently when you're getting traded, if multiple teams come in for you, the player gets to pick where they go, and they get to talk with their GM about what the team gets in return. So I told them originally, I'm like, I don't think Battleborn isn't for me. So I immediately toss them out, and Johnny goes, okay, that's good, because they weren't going to give us a lot for you. They were going to give
anything.
They were going to give them, I think it was a 3rd round pick and a 4th round pick or something like that. They were going to get 2 picks for me. But then I was like, okay, what are QCC offering? And they said not enough for us to warrant giving you to them. And I'm like, oh, is there any reason they want me? And Johnny goes, oh, they're just stockpiling on all the best players right now. And I'm like, aw, QCC thinks I'm one of the best players. But no. But when I asked what, you guys are going through and trying to pick up as many 425s as possible, from what I gathered, at least, from my conversation with Shawnee.
Oh, that's weird, because we have 0.
Yeah.
Besides the homegrowns.
I mean, it would make sense. You're trying to pick up some max TPE players for the oncoming season because you guys have been, doing okay in league and not in the playoffs. But I digress.
You didn't come to us because you would have been a 3rd liner.
Which would be crazy if I'm a max
It's wild.
TPE playing 3rd line. But no, I then asked Shawnee, before he even considered ANC, I'm like, what are ANC offering? And he goes, a 1st round pick. And I'm like, they're really offering a 1st round pick for me. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, so essentially, you've picked me up out of the gutter that you found me in and have turned me into a 1st round pick player.
Brushed off all the turd and then sold you.
Shawnee brought me to Vancouver. He threw me in the shower. He washed my hair. He called me a sweet young man, gave me a little sailor suit and a lollipop, and he said, on your way.
You off.
And then he shipped me off. But yeah, no. So now I am currently a player at Anchorage. And so far, I'm absolutely loving it. One of the first interactions I had in the server is I was like, oh, they have a sports chat. That's cool. I'll take a look and see if anyone's talking in the sports chat. There are apparently 20 members in that server who are Tottenham Hotspur fans. 20.
Oh, God.
Do you know how crazy that is? I very rarely get to talk to people who are big football heads like you guys, I don't have that many people. There are 20 of them who are not only big football heads, but are also Spurs fans. And nonstop, I've been in that chat just chatting back and forth.
That must have
with all
made
these
your
people.
West Ham heart feel full, right, Wad?
My West Ham heart? No. There's not a single shred of love in my heart for West Ham.
So there's 20 other people in the same server who are all sad all the time.
No, they're all happy right now. We're all happy because we won a trophy.
Hey, Anchorage's record last year,
Yeah.
23 and 41.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're the Tottenham Hotspur of the SMJHL. But this season,
what you're saying
it's
is
different.
they're going to go. Wait, no, they're not.
This season, We're gonna
No,
also
they
mimic
can't.
Spurs.
Thunder
It'll
Bay's
be
doing
really
the Great
good.
Fall Grizzlies route this season.
Nope, it's gonna be us.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know if we want to dive into like the upcoming season of stuff, or if we want to circle back real quick just for like how we did in the World Juniors, which still
You know what?
compared to
Yeah,
last season is up for everyone.
before we get too
Like,
far away from World Juniors, I do want to talk about how we all did individually, and I have the stats pulled up for everyone, and I'll just kind of run through the line of who did
just
well
comparing
and
from
whatnot.
last year to this or last season to this season. Holy crap, what a jump!
Yeah, no, I mean, we all had an insane boom in performance when it came to
Who's we?
all of us.
Is this the
Yo,
royal
even
we?
you did. Even
Yeah,
you
I know, I
did.
did. I
We all
did.
You had 9 whole assists.
So
You
That
just-
is true.
Let's talk
oh,
about
we're
it real
talking
quick.
WJC.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
my
yes,
bad.
yes. WJC,
Yeah, we're not talking about your.
not league performance.
The regular
WJC,
season. I was
correct.
like,
Yeah, we're
didn't
not
we
talking about
already
that.
do the roast of Tyrandus
No.
like 2 podcasts ago?
I can't wait till we do the roast of ... That's gonna be fun.
That'll be fun.
It's gonna be Wad.
So yeah, it probably will be me in all honesty. So let's start off with top of the list here that we have. So starting at right wing was Greg Evil, 15 games played, 6 goals, 8 assists for a tally to 14 points. I mean, overall, you did rather well for, I mean, your first season in charge of not only running the team but playing at a higher level.
Yeah, the downside to that is I put myself in a position to do more, and I felt like I underperformed.
I mean, I wouldn't even say you underperformed because you second
You
most
weren't supposed
goals.
to have. You weren't supposed to have the most goals.
Well, listen, I'm the GOAT.
You were.
so
You were the friggin' playmaker on
I'm
the
him,
on the
so
line.
shut up.
right. I'm him, so take it easy, take a step back.
Okay,
but in
okay.
terms, you did take out of the 4 of us who were skaters, you took second in most goals scored. You took second in most assists. You're acting like in total,
No,
you have more points than any of us. You have
I'm
14 points.
unbolding a stat that's very outlierish.
And what stat would that be?
The one that's hold on. Let me change the color. It'll stick out.
Oh yeah, for your power play, yeah.
That.
Yes, that. So
Yeah.
and you know what? I'm gonna. Should I? Yeah. You know what? I'll bring down the projector for this one, just so you guys can see what I'm
That'd be
taking a
helpful.
look at here. And just so what we do is we have a little spreadsheet on the side of how the 5 of us do that, including Tyler Bodega, in each season. And up at the top here, I won't explain all of it, but you can see as we go down each season, we've got all that fun stuff down here. But I mean, in terms of goals and assists, you did good. You overall had the most points out of any of us. So for you to say that you underperformed is not true.
Wild.
Correct.
It's okay. I felt like I underperformed based on the what role I was trying to play. I have to say trying because in the last 2 games I became a forechecker. Like I had Tyrandus was a play. I believe I had you as a playmaker. Wad, you were a. I keep forgetting. I literally have my cheat sheet right in front of me. Wad, you were Gretzky's office.
Yep.
Tyrannus, you were actually a counterattacking forward.
Okay.
Along with Bam. Differences. Bam scored like I think 9 goals on the season. But I was a dangler. Danglers are supposed to be the one scoring.
Mhm.
So the fact that Wad, as in Gretzky's office, which again this is FHM 10, you did have a lot of wraparound goals. So maybe that's a new thing that we can teams can start looking at is Gretzky's office is more than just setup.
Yeah.
Because you had the fewest assists out of all of us, along with Sosa, but you scored 9 times. So
Yeah. And I mean, overall,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us did bad. We all did very good for our unique position. Like, taking a look at Sosa. Sosa's playing on defense. 4 goals and 4 assists. As a defender, that's ridiculous numbers. Like, that's really good. Like, I haven't seen any other player. Now, I haven't looked around the league recently, but I haven't seen any other defender do as good as Sosa has been doing on the offensive front. You know what I mean? Because he can do it all. You take a look at what he's doing over at the Scarecrows. You see that they just won. They just won the cup. So he's obviously playing a very good defensive game if he can help his team win there. But he's also playing a very good offensive game. And I'm going to scroll up and take a look at it. Where is the
I
thing
just
that I'm looking
highlighted
for?
the number.
Yeah. 4 goals
It's to
and
the
30
right.
assists this season for Sosa. Like, yes, he's not on the scoring front, but he is constantly in the offensive play to the point where he's getting these numbers.
Yeah, no. He had an 80 defensive game rating.
Correct.
Like,
Which, as we've established, means nothing. But
it means
Exactly.
nothing, but at the same time, he also averaged 2 block shots a game,
Mhm.
yeah,
which I think is pretty big, and was able to score and was
Right.
able to assist.
Exactly.
And you know,
so bro was cooking.
bro was being a what position did I
Don't
have
forget
him?
about the game-winning goal.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
true,
and the
yeah.
game-winning goal. I forgot about that one.
Wasn't that against USA White or no?
It was in the first game of the playoffs
Yeah, so White.
because you scored 2.
hmm
Sorry, I got invited to the Vancouver server just so I have access to the Fire Shawnee sticker.
Oh, no. Oh, is that why I'm being yelled intruder? They're calling me an intruder. Oh, great.
Wah, intruder in the base.
He joined for the sticker.
Oh, Raph's in there. I didn't even realize that. Anyway, yeah, no, I
Anywho.
really, I think as a whole, the team, all 5 of us did really well. Again, sponsored by Preparation H. Um, I mean,
Do you have something
we
you want
gave
to tell us?
no, I just thought it's like every time I say the whole, I got to mention Preparation H.
Ugh.
Sorry, I watch Austin Powers, so
That's fair.
that joke is forever stuck in my
I
Yeah,
see.
gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, like yeah, no, Bodega did great in net. A huge improvement from last season where, um, he went 1-3. He
Yeah.
at least went 5-5, but 2 bad games, two games where he got pulled. Tyler Coates was our backup.
Yep.
He got pulled in a game too. It was like the second half of the round robin where we were exhausted because we were playing high tempo. the
Yeah,
rest of the
not a
season.
not a good time to be a Tyler.
We had to definitely take it down a notch, which then led to some really high scoring games against. But again, I didn't even have it over here in the first round. I mean, smoking Jay Cutler first goal or first star with 2 goals, including the game winner and the game tying goal. Dakota Glover had 3 other goals, and Wad had goal and assist for the third star. Like that put me on. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna do the same thing we did last season, where barely 500 record, sneak into the playoffs, and then just blow everybody apart.
Yeah.
Chechia said no
Yeah. I mean,
and said
To
this
be-
is where you die.
How about now?
Yeah.
to be fair, when next season comes along, if we can somehow pull out the fourth line USA team again, I think it's going to be a completely different story because now the players that
Now we're at 425.
correct, the 5 of us are at
Yeah.
all of us are at 425. Moving
Yeah.
in, we'll probably have better chances of picking up nicer players because they're going to take a look at this and say, okay, USA Blue. That's where we're looking to go. Hold those conversations there. But at the same time, I think when it comes to like the players that we had now, say in a perfect world, we retain every single player that we just had on our USA Blue team. We performed perfectly. We would go ahead and take. I think we could take gold or silver, no doubt in my mind. In
Oh,
fact, I thought we
100%.
could take gold or silver this time around with the players at the level we're at now.
This team that we had was so good on paper.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of 425s.
Right.
Actually, I think I have I actually pulled up the selection tool.
We
just to
had
kind
2, right?
compare. We had USA Blue had we had sorry, I'm still scrolling.
He's stalling.
He's stalling.
We
He's
had
stalling.
Eric Johnson,
Yep.
I believe, was on USA Blue. Sorry, this sheet is a pain in the what to try to read.
Mm. The whole.
That's it.
The whole.
That is our our only 425.
We had 1 425.
We had a single 425. We had, and I mean, and a bunch of 350s, but like but we didn't have a single player, or no, Eric Johnson. This was his last season, so that'd be the only player if we were able to retain players from season to season.
that we
he's the
wouldn't
only
have.
one we would lose.
Yeah.
Everybody else would be jumping up to 425s. I mean, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 350s.
Wow. Okay, no wonder we did so good. We had that many 350s kicking around.
Technically, we did worse than last season when we had even fewer 350s and 425s.
There's ego hanging about.
Yeah. We didn't have Raph this season, which clearly made all the difference.
I mean,
Except we beat them. So
overall, Raph is one of the, I would say, one of the best players in the SMJHL right now. No bias
they
or
have
anything. I think
they
they're
have
generally
Eric
one of the
Sosa
best.
listed as retired now.
The retired Eric
Retired?
Sosa.
Eric Sosa is retired on the sheet now.
That's funny.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah, that's right.
add another 350 to that. So yeah, what 13 of our 20 players?
13, yeah. And even if we could retain half of them, I think we come into the next season with a bunch of 425s that just absolutely dominate the WJC.
Yeah, I will say next season, whoever the other GM is for USA White, I'm hoping I can get back in on USA Blue because I actually do enjoy learning the software and learning the tactics. The 425s, I can almost guarantee it's not going to be all 5 of us.
No, probably
There's
not.
no way we're going to all be on the same roster because people are going to be getting snagged really quick, especially
People
when
will start noticing.
you
I
have
want
2
you to put the
425
word out, we up.
goalies. You have 2 425 goalies. Oh, I lied. We had Severance. We had 2 425s on the team.
Yeah, so we had a couple of
How do I forget
425s.
Severn? He was like great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna have next season's gonna be we're gonna be the cornerstones of the junior rosters.
Yeah. Now that we've gone through and talked a little bit about the WJC, like I expect us all, we probably won't be on the same teams next year when it comes to that, but if we can get all 5 of us again, that would be pretty dope. Let's go ahead. Let's kind of jump into the draft a little bit. Now, typically, and I say typically even though we've only really, this is our 3rd draft being around, we've been a little more observant of the draft. So now I'm taking a look at this like, okay, how observant were we this time around? And my answer to that is not at all. All I know are the people that we drafted to A and C. And if Shawnee, if I could I'll get in touch with Shawnee here in just a moment to see who they picked up for Vancouver, and I'll cover a little bit of Vancouver and whatnot. Just because my heart still lies there. It forever will. The first team to ever pick me up.
I'm actually trying to
Funny story about that. I was laying down, just about to relax on my couch, and
Cigarette in the mouth,
I turned
TV
YouTube
remote in the
on.
hand.
Yeah, I turned YouTube on, to find a video just to watch, and it's like, oh, the draft's going on. Click it,
shit.
and we just grabbed our first pick. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice. Okay. So you actually watched did anyone else watch the draft? Was anyone else able to sit down and watch it?
I
was
really didn't have
combined.
any opportunities to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard it's kind of hard when we are all so busy. It's even taken longer than the standard 7 to 10 business days that we promised for this episode to come out.
Yeah.
I do
I feel like
have.
we haven't done this in a minute.
Yeah, it's
like,
been 2 weeks.
This one feels.
Has it really been
Yeah.
2 weeks? And this is the only one where I say it hasn't been.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
My
Yeah.
bank account is really feeling the effects of not doing this as often.
Is it really?
No, it's not.
I was gonna
So,
say.
doing weeks we're in? Is this
Dog,
our last pod?
I still have a shit ton of money saved up.
There
No,
you go.
we need to
I got some.
keep this money fucking train rolling.
Yeah.
So I do have the draft up, and I do have the players that were picked along with what they put up for like strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I wish they put the position. Oh wait, no, they did. It's in big letters. The second biggest letters on the screen. So, I mean, for those who weren't aware, QCC won the lottery somehow to get the first overall pick.
Oh man, I
Rigged.
wonder how that happened.
Yeah. I mean,
2.5%, I believe. it was.
Yeah. I think we
Yeah,
were making the joke of who was it? Ramen? Was Ramen in charge of the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Ramen's in charge of QCC and has never not gotten the first overall pick.
Ramen took a metal weight and put it underneath the wheel and started turning on the magnets as soon as the wheels started spinning for QCC.
Probably. It sounds accurate. But we grabbed a recreate in Pride Tape, a left defenseman, with strengths of 13 agility, 13 acceleration, and will probably not be shooting because they have screening of 5 and shooting range of 5.
Oh,
Oh,
Needs to
So
neat,
shoot.
baby.
they are accurate from 15 feet away. I believe that is what that number means. It's five. It's one. Each point is 1 meter. If I
Happen. What's
or is
that?
it yeah. Sorry, it's either that or it's a foot. Shit, no, I can't remember. I believe it's feet actually. So yeah, they're a left defenseman that is accurate from 5 feet away from the net.
Where his ass
Um,
should never be.
if they're there, we have a whole separate can of worms to deal with. The second pick was Vancouver, which was a new player, Polywag, another left defenseman.
yep.
I guess screening and shooting accuracy are going to be the weaknesses for everyone, but they have 14 acceleration, 14 defensive read. Um, do we want to just skip some of the other teams and just go to our teams that we're on? Sorry,
Yeah.
there's a trade there was a trade that popped in that I got freaking like jump scared because I'm doing this also silent. I don't.
Evil got traded. Just on the
yeah,
back.
we
Yeah.
find out
From
live.
this is
Live
from
react.
live reaction. This is from like what day was this? Oh, this was yesterday.
Live reaction.
Live reaction.
So yeah, I was pinballing, so that's why I missed it. Okay, can I get? Oh, New Brunswick got 2 back-to-backs. Who was it? St. Louis pick number 8.
Yep. Which I
Detroit.
understand why we were picking at 8 and
Well,
10.
you had 8 and 10, so obviously you did some trades. Your first, I love that. I love your logo so much. Um, St. Louis is further with the number 8 pick selected Rurik Markov, a center,
Mhm.
who is Habs fan from Ontario. So obviously recreate a center with 16 acceleration and 16 speed as a rookie,
Damn.
Oof.
and shooting range of 5 and a screening of 5. So again, common theme for the rookies. Even the recreates.
And these are all new players, right?
These
For
are
the most part.
all new players.
It I'll be honest, it kind of makes sense for the new players to not have the like
Well,
I'm gonna
they're
call them meta stats, let's be real.
Yeah.
but the
Like it
knowledge.
makes sense for them to yeah, I mean they're all brand new to this thing. We all had no idea what the
No,
fuck
these
we were
aren't
doing when we
new. These
started.
can be recreates, and a
I
handful of
know.
them
I'm
have them.
asking if the people with these stats are new
Oh no,
or if
no,
they're
no,
recreates.
no.
Oh,
These
they're
are
all
recreates too.
recreates? Never
There's
mind then.
some do a
Yeah.
little bit of both.
Ignore
'Cause
previous statements.
ignore previous. No, the number 9 pick went to Thunder Bay. That was Osvin Matthews, a center, first gen, so brand new user to the league. Um, I'm curious to see how you guys play him because his strengths are checking and stick checking at 13. His
Yeah.
weaknesses are shot blocking and getting open.
Tuh.
Eh.
So he'll be a defensive center, perhaps. I mean, it could definitely work.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
ran
on
a
point for them.
yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah. That fits Thunder Bay very well. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to read this guy's name. It's egg cracker.
Is it Kerr?
Yeah, Kermfrosker Rasculufurin.
You can do it.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Um,
The fuck
So-
I can.
funny story. I was watching the draft live while that was happening, and I was the first one to comment in St. Louis about him. I was like, I'm calling him Kerr.
Yeah, I put his full name in general. Yeah, he's Kerm. He's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
Again,
that
a center though with 15 shooting accuracy, 14 getting open, no screening, no checking. Screening, I think, is the one stat that a lot of people need to start using because we've kind of proven that it is a very good stat. All the players that have improved their screening actually are scoring. I just want to throw out, put this in general also. UConn's 11th pick.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is actually their name, but I love it anyway. I know it's not because it's coming from a spreadsheet. But hashtag value.
Yeah.
So that player got picked up. I don't know who they are. Did we have any other first rounders for any of our teams? Nope, not even your new team. Wad had a first round pick.
Ah, that's okay. I mean,
Um,
in in general, the two players that we had picked up in here, I'll pull them up back on my little anchored sheet here. I talked with Figgy a little bit, my new GM, and they were saying how. Let me go ahead and see if I can get these names right. We've got Reverick Toddington and Lorenzian. We've got a right wing and a center coming into the club. Both seem to be pretty active already. Reverick is at 191 to start, and Lorenzian is already at 186. So they've already been putting forward the work as the new guys. So we're hoping, and what Figgy was hoping, is that these guys will stay active within the community. Now, end of the day, if they're not active, it's okay. It'll be tough, but
Not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world, exactly. By the looks of it, we do have one inactive question mark on the team, and that would be Florian Pulisek. Season 83, and they're only at 178 TPE. So our two new guys to come in.
Okay, so you definitely
Inactive, yeah. The two new guys to come in are already higher TPE than the season 83 fall off.
The one thing I do want to say, with the players that were picked up, like I don't know if your guys are recreates, because I can't find
A lot of Anchorage's recreates is what I was told. Not many new rookies. In fact, I don't think the two new guys we picked up are rookies. I think they're
Lorenzian is a first gen.
Oh, okay. So Lorenzian is a rookie, but I guess Vast is not. Vast is a.
What's that pick? I'm trying to find it.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and.
You're good.
Anchorage
Anchorage was 50. I was going the wrong way.
Well, by the looks of it,
Toddington is also a first gen,
yeah.
but they might be good.
These are new accounts. Okay, so both the guys we picked up are actually new players, which is good.
If Reverick stays active, he's going to be a huge asset to that team just right off the bat. 15 passing, 15 speed, and his weakness is 8 screening.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a look and seeing that here. Now, overall, this is going to be a really good rookie who's going to see a lot of positives in the first season.
I mean, only 191 TPE in there too. Yeah, I mean his stats. I'm actually looking at his whole thing right now. He is all speed. No, what do we have in Rocket League? All boosty, no mech.
No idea what you're talking about, but go on, King.
Yeah, if
go off, King.
Here, it would make sense. One of his buddies always said he's all boost, no mech. That's what Reverick is right now. But he has what's the first season? 225 or 250?
First season
TPE.
is 2.
Wow, it was only like 3 months ago.
it's 225, then it's 350, then it's 425. Or no,
Okay.
Is it 215? I don't even remember. Yeah, it was so long ago.
It was
for us
so
now.
long ago. I mean, they're
To be
definitely
fair, with how SHL is going, there's new season pretty much like every month. Shit goes by quick.
It's supposed to be every 6 weeks. Yeah, it's been nuts.
No,
that player,
I still feel like
they're
we're
going to get
new
good.
and learning.
Yeah, they're going to get good. I mean, they're all speed. I could see even your GM asking them to maybe tone the speed down like 2 notches to put those points into stuff that will actually do stuff, like say getting open or trying to not be mediocre at everything except speed.
Right.
But they also have 15 passing, so
It's
15 passing, 15 speed, 14 stamina.
It seems like out of the pickups that he made, he made some really good pickups here.
Yeah, I think that team's going to be great. Maybe not this season, but next season.
I think if you're a big Anchorage fan and you're looking to see Anchorage do well this season, curb your enthusiasm a little bit. Look around the mid-table. But next season, we will be there. We will be in the championship run, no doubt in my mind. And I'll tell you what, right now, if Vancouver go on and win this entire thing, I'm going to wring Shawnee's neck. I'm going to murder them.
Let's go.
And then we're gonna fire him.
No, he's not getting fired.
Cannon.
He's getting
No.
Out of a
murdered.
cannon.
I would murder Shawnee. Shawnee, you better throw now if your life depends on it.
Outside of Minecraft.
Yes.
That's how you know it's serious.
Yes, this is not in Minecraft. Yeah, but no, that
But
was
yeah,
a little bit of an Anchorage deep dive. How are your guys' teams looking? Do you guys pick up a lot of rookies, or are you guys not looking for anyone in
Yes.
particular?
do you not have your team up by chance? Because you got Thunder Bay has two pretty good players.
Oh, you're talking to me. No, I don't have it up.
No. You picked up Penelope. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know if they're recruits or not, but they've already applied 203 TPE.
Hell yeah.
Whoa, that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
they're one of the tops. My bigger concern with Thunder Bay is Austin Matthews, which was I think your first round pick. Only hasn't even applied TPE. They're at 155 still,
You
and
sound jealous.
the other person has only gained 9 TPE. So that's a little concerning. Uh, St. Louis, they're going to be fine. I mean, 3 draft
Hmm,
picks,
hmm.
203 applied to each. It's Habs fan and Egg. Um, and Cyber Seraph is your third draft pick. They're only at 185, but they're a goalie. You guys don't need a goalie for
Well, we
two
dropped the goalie.
seasons. Yeah, you got Timu, who's good
Hmm.
for 2 more seasons. Then Angel comes in, and you get that cycle going where you have a built goalie.
In
Great
general, it seems like
Falls.
St. Louis has always been a very rookie-friendly team. They're always
St.
bringing in
Louis
a
has been a very well
lot of
balanced team.
players. Yeah.
Like they're going to be good.
Uh,
They do have a
we
couple gaps that
we
need to
were
be filled.
Thunder Bay for a long time.
Yeah, well now Thunder
Bottom of
Bay
the
is Thunder
list.
Bay.
Now Thunder Bay is Thunder
Yeah.
Bay.
And St.
um,
Louis is champions again.
yeah, at Great Falls they didn't have much. I have the player analyzer up for them too because they needed defensemen. That's all they needed to fill their roster,
Mhm.
and they drafted a left wing and a right defenseman. But both of them are relatively new, only 162 and 166 TPE. So I'm a little concerned on that.
Mhm.
They still need 2 more defensemen on that team, so that's a thing. And then QCC, I I mean, Ramen hit it out of the park. 209, a two. Our 4 draft picks were a 209, a 210, a 208, and a 206 TPE. Um, all of them are recreates. Pride was our first round pick, or first overall pick. They were waiting to be picked up before they put any points in, so they have all
Yeah.
54 banked and ready to go.
When it comes to recreates, you have really no worries that they're going to be active because they're recreating a player. They're restarting their run. So I mean, at the
They
end of the
know.
day, yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. You shouldn't have too much worries. But with a recreate, you don't got to worry about them just up and ghosting. With the new
Yeah, they
players,
have.
that's kind of where you got to kind of keep an eye on
I,
and try and get them engaged and whatnot.
I'm looking at the players that we all picked up. One of them has 15 million in the bank. Um,
Jesus.
which is our left defense we picked up, has 188 million in the bank.
How do they get? Do they just carry over the money from their previous?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pride Tape has 55 million, and who is our Jerry Durden has 9 million. So it's like everybody has money. They've already done their that initial dump of cash. They
Mhm.
still have that much left over. There is actually one player on QCC. I can't remember who exactly it was. I think it was Chubby Barista, who is like one of my favorite uh, um, defenders.
Mhm.
They already said that once they're done in juniors, they're going to retire their player and make a new one to try to just rebuild their bank balance because they don't do the stuff that we're doing, like these podcasts, written stuff. They just kind of do now. I hate to say the bare minimum because they're still maxing out, but um,
But they're not
they
doing
want to.
extracurriculars.
Yeah, they're not going out of their way to get more cash than they could get, than the bare minimum of cash they can get. So, like, I mean, I think I'm sitting at 40 mil. I think Wad, you're at like 25 already.
Mhm.
So it's like we have money where we could literally just start. We could retire, start a new character or new player, and boom, we already have everything for the first season done. So that's a lot of people do that. Usually they'll let the GMs know. So if their TPE stops growing after say the third season or
Mhm.
second season, that's why they don't want to waste money. Um, But yeah, no, I think all of our teams are going to be very competitive. My only concern I have is St. Louis. They have some gaps they need to fill on defense because they literally only have four defenders, and they're all right defensemen. So somebody's got to
Yeah,
move, and you still need two
all
more.
it was like that last season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody was right defenseman.
Okay. Oh, man, you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah,
The other thing I want to
worry
point
about
out,
your own team.
I am. None of our teams have to worry about losing players this season. I believe, except for St. Louis is losing, or no, not St. Yes, sorry, you're losing Dakota Glover after this season, so
Hmm.
rip. And then Thunder Bay loses Jack Ryan after this season.
Yeah, that one's gonna hurt.
Oh, and Keenan McKellar from and out to Boonies from Great Falls. Oh, and then Delhi gets to be a starter.
Yeah.
But that team, like, a lot of the teams are all set where like they're not losing a huge chunk of their team. And I think that's going to go. That's going to play dividends going into the future seasons, like when we're gone and old and decrepit in the majors.
When we are fossils.
When we are
in,
finished.
in the majors.
You can always retire afterwards.
Yeah.
Just go back.
Oh,
Yeah.
St. Louis needs a player. 1 second. Retire. All right, I'm here.
I could be a defenseman.
Oh, wow,
I
you
wanna
guys
be a
are
defenseman.
losing Smoking Jay Cutler? Let me introduce you to Smoking Aaron Rodgers. Oh, goodness. But no, in all honesty, I feel like the new guys who are coming in, I feel like they're going to be really fun to get to know. I think we're all going to have to give like our new players like a warm welcome and whatnot, the same way that we were given the warm welcome, because now we're the big dogs now. You know what I mean? We're no longer like the growing players. We are the players. We are those
We are the
guys.
players that people can go to.
Exactly. Which, oh man, I really hope I don't get asked questions on how to make players or whatnot. I would probably blow my shit smooth off. Yeah.
Why does my player suck?
Because you don't go to the training ground, idiot. Get in the gym.
Get in the gym, motherfucker.
So because I know we don't want to go much over an hour on this.
No, we
the
got a
one thing
couple
I
minutes.
definitely want to do, because I think this will be our last one before at least preseason starts.
Yeah.
'Cause I think preseason does start this week.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody can confirm that, but
Ouch.
I definitely forgot to ask.
Yeah, the plan is
Um,
the episode gets out by Thursday.
I'd like to have it done and
Wednesday.
going by Tuesday.
Tuesday, even better.
Yeah.
What are, and I almost want to write this down to see how close we are after the season.
Mhm.
What are your projections for your team or for your player going for this next upcoming season?
Ooh.
Any form of
I feel like
improvement.
I'm gonna be a top 5 defenseman.
I'm writing that down. In what way?
Blocks, hits, takeaways, defensive shit, plus minus.
All right, gotcha.
Just
Defensive
top
stats,
5 overall.
not goals.
Top 5 overall defenseman. That's a lofty goal. I respect it.
Tarandis, you just want improvement.
Yeah.
You're going very. I mean, technically, you improved last season.
True.
No. I mean, you did better in the playoffs.
That sounds like improvement to me.
Yeah. All right. Improvement. What do you got for yourself?
I think my goal for ANC now is, because I don't know everyone too well yet, but from what I'm looking at the team, is it's going to be a rough season. So my goal is to try, and I don't want to be like, oh, I will carry, but I'm literally one of 2 425s. My goal is to try and carry ANC to a mid-table finish.
Carry all these scrubs.
Yeah. I think I would like to, because now I'm playing winger. I would like to see myself scoring more goals and assisting more goals.
Gotcha. Got it in there.
Perfect.
I told you guys what my goal is, and I don't think it's gonna happen, but I have to. I want to see it happen.
Surpass round 1 of the playoffs.
That's the team goal. Actually. No. Individually, I am aiming for 60 goals.
Yeah, I like that. That's a
Because
great
I
goal
need
for you.
I need 100 and what was it 120 over the last 2 seasons to match Freya Solberg, who is like the number one player in the SHL.
Oh, are you trying to set a club record here?
Yes,
Oh, all right. You know,
yes.
I think that's something I'll shoot for as well. I have to take a look to see who holds the club record for ANC in goals assists, and I'll see if I
Yeah.
can.
Fre- Freya had 170 goals and 171 assists in 4 seasons,
Wow, good for them. That's actually great.
and they like I literally need to average a goal per game, and they were a center, so
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do. That's not going to be too hard to do as a winger, but
no,
centers
I'm
have the
I'm gonna be
easiest time, I
dangling.
think.
No, my goal is 60 goals and 100 points.
You're going to be fang dangling?
Um, yes. Oh, and
Yeah.
then get QCC out of first round of playoffs.
There you go. Those are some
That
good
hurts.
goals.
That just hurt. Oh wait, no, we got out of the first round of the first season. We swept
Uh,
that. We swept Great Falls.
Well, I mean, you didn't make it much farther past that.
True.
Shout out to me for doing that. Just me.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
we
me. I did that.
We took you to 6,
And we took you out.
and then
Yeah,
you
a lovely
and guess who
date.
took him to
Got-
7?
Ah, ha, ha.
Wait, who took us?
Yeah.
No, nobody took us to 7.
No, who took fucking
Oh,
Vancouver to 7?
Yeah, I thought you were saying like
I
this
don't think
past
anyone
season.
took Vancouver to 7. I think we got swept by Kelowna.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
everyone got swept
Yeah,
by
everyone-
Kelowna.
Everybody got swept by
Except
Kelowna.
Except for Smoke
except
and Jay
for St.
Cutler.
Louis.
Woo!
I still feel we need to update his picture and put a little crown on his head.
I mean,
Yeah,
if he can
that'd
get
be
a
cool.
render of Smoking Jay Cutler with like a shitty little crown on it, then so be it.
Google AI, make it so.
Google? No.
No, fuck Google AI.
Yeah, we could put a tiny
MS
little
Paint it?
crown on him in
Yeah,
post.
MS Paint.
MS Paint.
We'll do it in post.
Yeah, no,
I'll do that in post.
I do hope to see
Put a
all of
crown
us
on him.
out of the first round. I honestly feel like all of our teams are in a position now where we're no longer like rebuilding. I think Anchorage might struggle, but mid-table is very reasonable.
Yeah, this season will be
and
a
then-
struggle. Next season will not be.
I just hope that. I mean, I keep thinking like it kind of sucks that you went from a team that was doing good to a team where you might do good,
Yeah.
or you might pull a Thunder Bay.
You know, it's something that I have been thinking about a little bit. I mean, overall, I'm glad the trade did go through. At Vancouver, I was relatively good. I mean, I shouldn't say relatively good because I played phenomenal when I was at.
You were a
Vancouver.
solid player.
Yeah. But I didn't really have a chance to break out as a player and become a star. I mean, I love everyone in the server and everyone seems to have a good relationship with me still, which is nice. I left a good vibe impact, and I'm hoping to create a good vibe impact when I'm at ANC here. But I'm hoping at ANC I can break out and become a star player for the team. Genuinely will be playing on the first line is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I think that from a just not a personal goal, but something I want to see happen in these last 2 seasons that we do have in the juniors. I want to see Tyrannus have a breakout season.
Yep.
Because he's been he's performing, but has always had last season was awful for the team. So
Right.
he's playing on a team. He's still near the top on a. He's basically he's Alex Tuck on the Sabres. Great player, awful team. And then Deli Bodega. He needs to have that breakout year. If he doesn't get a 50-50 share of games this season, I would be pissed.
Yeah, no.
Because
I mean, that's
I've proven he is a good goalie.
Yeah, he did well enough to carry his team to a 4th position place in the WJC between
Exactly.
between Tyler and Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler and Tyler.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
Maddie does have to keep an eye out for Tyler Bodega now because Maddie's been the number 1 guy, But that's not the case anymore because you have Tyler Bodega at this high level now. You're going to see him be played more and more.
I'm trying to look for what he was on Chechia, I believe. Did he even play in the? Nope, it wasn't Chechia. What team was?
You should be able to pull him up on the player index.
Yeah, I'm in there right now. I'm trying to just find his freaking team, and then of course I go to the wrong one, so that helps.
Classic. Classic.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Maddie went 1-4 for the British team. 1-4-1 in the round robin.
1-4-1. That's not really good.
So,
wait, was
yeah,
he on British Isles or was he on?
he was on British Isles. He went the funny thing 1-4-1 with a 3 goals against and a almost 900 save percentage. That team was on fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Cauliflower Pizza was their starter. 6 games played, 6 goals allowed.
Goal a game.
Yeah, that team should have won, and Chechia somehow beat them.
Took it in overtime.
Yeah, so I mean, Maddie, I feel like it's his to lose the starting role,
Yeah.
but I think it's even more, especially if Deli does those changes that he was talking about. I think he's going to perform much better, and it's his breakout year.
I think so too. I mean, yeah, with those changes that you were talking about, because you talked about that with Raph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So between the changes that Bodega is making, we might see a crazy increase in playtime and ability for him. And I think really that's what he needs. And if he doesn't get it, he might have to consider a future where he never returns to Great Fall Grizzlies after this.
After next season.
Yeah, after next season, he'll never want to return to Great Falls Grizzly if they do that to him.
I think he'll never want to make a goalie again, and I think that's gonna fall
Yeah.
to all of us, where it's like, do you want to risk being a goalie?
Yeah.
Although now we know this league exists a little bit more, we can see if there's gonna be a need for goalies.
Yeah, if
But,
if we
man.
see that there's going to be a need for a goalie somewhere, we reach out to that
Someone will
GM.
hop in for goalie.
Yeah, I will tell you what, I will never play goalie.
Yeah, same.
I enjoy.
Oh, I definitely will.
No.
Only thing I'm playing
Think so?
goalie in is rematch.
Yo, oh gosh. I
Speaking of
can't
which,
wait for
rematch,
that to come out.
Advanced Access comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Ooh, wait a minute. Are we playing that tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
I am.
Oh god, how much is that going to put me back?
like $40.
Oh. Okay. I will think about it. Yeah, that's a gas tank right there.
That's a whole ass game.
That's a whole ass
mean-
game.
Worst case, you just wait till Friday and get it, and you don't get the early access.
Oh, what's the price on Friday?
30, I think.
I'll think about it. I mean, in the meantime, I still have FIFA to play a little bit. But
You mean it's FC?
I am sick and tired of you. You know what else I'm sick and
Blow
tired
his
of?
Shit
That itchy
off.
hole.
I am sick and tired of having an itchy hole. Guys, do you know what I've been using to help with this?
No, what have you been using?
I've been using Preparation H. Now, listen, fellas, this is not something that you ever really want to talk about, but it's something that you should talk about. You know why? Because we all have these problems, and there's no way of us having a way to improve these problems if we don't talk about it. That's why the scientists behind Preparation H have got you covered. Itchy hole? Just apply a little bit of that salve down there, and you're good to go. Chafing? Thing of the past. Preparation H. Do I know what Preparation H is? Absolutely not.
No. No, he does not.
Did you just find an ad read online and just went with it?
Nope, that was right off the dome.
Damn.
Thank you. And if you are looking for someone who can be witty and creative and go off script and keep it aligned, you could follow me at Caspwad on Discord. I will do all voice acting needs. Start my little
And
side
I'll also
business.
talk about Preparation H without knowing what he's actually talking about.
Do you want me to talk about your product without having any knowledge of what it actually is? Do you want me to make it sound amazing, cool, and fantastic? My phone number is...
Gotcha. Cameo next.
Yeah, literally. Well, I think that's all that we've got for today. A little bit of a shorter episode,
Yeah.
but I know we're sick and tired of being awake.
Shorter. We're up over an hour.
Yeah, we're up over an hour, but typically we go like 70, 80 minutes.
Yeah.
It gives you more stuff to edit out.
Dude, I am so tired. My shoulders are so burnt from being outside this week.
All right, then let's call it there.
I agree.
Outro.
Outro time? All right, outro time. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been your host, Dr. Wad, joined by the lovely Greg Evil, Smokin' Jay Cutler, and Silver Tarandis. And we will see you guys within
good
7 to
one.
10 business days. See ya.
Bye-bye.